10,000 California inmates are fighting wildfires. So, and this is of the 10,000 firefighters in California that have been deployed. So that's 40% of the firefighters. And what the program does is they get, first of all, you should know that this program that does not allow violent offenders. It does not allow sex offenders or arsonists. And they get $2 a day. They get $2 an hour when they're actually on that fire line. 24-hour shifts, like so a 24-hour day they're on, and then they get a day off. And apparently, it is estimated that the program gives California taxpayers an annual savings of $80 million. It also gives these inmates training. It gives them something, hopefully. I don't know if they can actually go into becoming a firefighter afterwards. It's something that we can discuss. But we'll talk about all the details involved. But first thoughts, 5 words or less.
Great plan, great purpose.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Why? From inmates to heroes. I love this.
Nice.
These are non-violent offenders. These are not sex offenders. These are guys that they feel confident will go out there and they'll do some good. And some of them are speaking out saying that they feel really good about themselves. And no one's died. You should know that. No one has died.
Only minor injuries. I did read that, yeah.
These are typically the nonviolent, like drug possession people that really, if you ask folks about how they would fix the prison system,
they shouldn't be there.
These are the people that they would be like, no, we don't want them here. We can't, support these people in these prisons.
Okay.
This is a volunteer program.
Nice.
They know that they get the incentive because there's also a deduction incentive. So for every day that they fight, they get a 2-day sentence reduction. They felt like that they had purpose. And then it went into detail about how they wish that they had, tools for when they get out, that they had some of these job tools, if they could somehow apply this into working with, a firefighting association. I don't know how that would work or how they would be able to do that given the training that they've had thus far, but that would be amazing.
As long as they're not firing firefighters.
Yes.
As long as this isn't some kind of weird switcheroo as well, where it's like, it's saving money because we're not hiring people who have families and didn't commit crimes. As long as that's not the case.
Do you think that the pay and then the reduction is adequate for them risking their lives? Do you think that that sounds about right?
I think so. I mean, the fact that they are in prison in the first place, there's got to be some consequence, I think, is what they're trying to go for. And so they're at least giving them pay. It's not just like, no, we're forcing you out, like you were talking about. Like you get to volunteer, you get a little extra money, and you get to kind of give a purpose instead of just sitting in your jail cell. And then like you said, I think it's great. I equivalent it to like what football does for high school students, where it kind of gives that brotherhood.
But if you go out there and you give it your all, that's heroic.
That bond, that like we're gonna go out and fight this fire, like you and your buddy next to you are responsible for each other. Like you said, kind of hopefully give them those skills to then have a purpose when they re-enter society, you know?
That's the biggest part, is you talked about just reforming prison systems, which is like the new gold rush. First of all, the privatized, prison institutions are making a killing, and we, the taxpayers, are the ones that are footing their education, we're footing their health care, we're footing the whole entire bill.
And not to mention how marginalized you feel if you're Piper or Crazy Eyes.
Sometimes when I'm real upset, they tie me down like a balloon so I don't fly away.
But the point is, you're right. Yeah, most of these non-violent offenders should not even be in jail. We here in America, we have the highest rate of incarceration. It's disgusting because it's such a moneymaker.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I was reading an article that talked about the fact that it costs us, and this was from a couple years ago, so if I remember it accurately, the statistic was it costs us taxpayers $50,000 for one inmate per year. Now, and then they worry that they're going to reoffend, right? So then you're always having to repay. So how do we prevent them from reoffending, the ones that are non-violent offenders, and have that low recidivism rate?
Yeah,
is that the right word?
Good word.
So thank you.
2 points for Sam for a word.
But it was interesting how they said that what we should do is we really need to focus on treatment for the ones that are addicts and they're not making the right decisions because they need to go through treatment, and then also giving them the tools so that when they can reacclimate into society, that they have the tools to succeed instead of reoffending, which means as taxpayers we are going to pay again, and just as a human issue, right? You want to set them up to succeed, not set them up to fail.
That they just made a mistake. We hope they made a mistake. They see what they can do to make it better.
Right.
And then it'll just give them the tools, and they'll be right back out to hopefully do good.
Love
I'm
it.
positive like that.
Yeah,
I'll sign on to that train, guys.
I'm signing on. Cool. Okay, you guys, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. And then also our guest today, round of applause for Connor Weil. Make sure you check out Scream on MTV Tuesdays at 10 p.m. We'll see you guys next time.